Hello everybody, I'm Lucas Ernesto Lemos, and I'm going to discuss with you something about the integrated transport network, how it works and how it was thought. Um, First of all, I'd like to introduce some concepts that we are going to use during this presentation. That is that I didn't translate all the names of the lines of buses because I think that it wasn't proper. So if you guys see alimentador, it was not translated to feeder, and interbairros to under district because I thought it was going to be something weird, and I didn't translate. Another thing is that I'm going to call from now on the integrated transport network as ITN. Okay? Let's begin. Some characteristics of the ITN. It allows the user to pay for one ticket and take more than one line of buses. 14 cities are connected by this network, which provides mobility to more than 2 million people. Besides these advantages, there are other two important advantages that are the ITN leads the city to a linear growth, and its priorities the mass transport over the individual transport. And we're going to talk something about this next. Here is a map of how the ITN is today. We have here in this light gray shadows the Metropolitan Integration Terminal, the Urban Integration Terminal, the Express Corridor here, the East-West Corridor, here is the South-North Corridor, the Integration Interbairros in green, and the Alimentador in orange, and in gray the direct line. To make all this system work, it had to be created another new system because it had to work at the same time, to work very good at the same time for cars and buses. And they created what they called as trinary system. The trinary system is based in two things. In a central lane, which is in the really central in this red line, only buses goes by it. So it's very fast for people to move by this kind of line. And two slow lanes next to this corridor, one in one direction, in another direction. Also, we have two structural lanes in opposite directions too, but these lanes are fast lanes. This one are slow lanes because it's only one street, and these structural lanes are, in the most part, 2, 3, or even 4 streets. The slow lanes here, it's because, as I said before, the ITN leads to a linear growth of the city. So as people started to pass in this corridor, the commerce, a lot of drugstores, stores, and etc. have developed near this corridor. So it was necessary to cars to circulate on these corridors too. Oh my God. I'm sorry. And here is a standard model of an integrational terminal. An integrational terminal promotes a better development for the district, focusing diverse activities around it, and it concentrates a huge amount of the demand for buses in one place too. As you can see, we have the alimentador direct line out of the terminal, the express buses in red, the interbairros in green, 2 points of accesses because the terminal is surrounded by fences. So we have two opposite points of entrance, the channel when the bus came from, and we can see here also the structural lanes, one fast lane going to district, you another fast lane going to downtown, and here's the central one. Here is a table of the fleet composition 2013 of buses here. I'm going to read on only one example, and if you guys want to see the presentation, it's going to be in the website of our department. You can see after. Like if you get the direct line, we have two types of vehicles, the articulated or the padrão vehicle. The articulated is for 150 people, and we have 65 lines of articulated bus is in the direct line, okay? And the other you can see it after. Let's talk about each bus now separately. First, the Express Ligeirão. This bus is operated by bi-articulated vehicles of 28 meters in exclusive lanes and with a reduced number of stops. Boarding and debarkation are made in the same level of the terminals or tube station. So this bus only goes by exclusive lanes and it has a few stops. That's the characteristic of this bus. The Express. The Express is operated by bi-articulated vehicles. It connects integrational terminals to downtown. Boarding and debarkation are also made in the same level of the terminals or tube station. So the main purpose of this bus is to connect integration terminals to downtown, and it only circulates by the exclusive lanes. Same thing as the Express Ligeirão. The direct line is operated by padrão vehicles with a stop average of 3 kilometers, and also with boarding and debarkation made in the same level of the terminals or tube station. The main function of this kind of bus is to help other lines such as the express lines and the interbairros, because, as it's said here, it has a stop average of 3 kilometers, so it moves a long distance without stopping. So if you want to move a long distance, the best bus probably is this kind of bus, direct line. We also have the interbairros or inter-district. It is operated by padrão or articulated vehicles, and it connects several districts and terminals without going through the center of the city. The purpose of this bus connects several districts and terminals without going through the center of the city. The alimentador or feeder, it is operated by micro, common or articulated vehicles. It connects terminals and districts that are near these terminals. This bus has an important role. Every bus has an important role, but this one is special because, let's suppose if you live in a district but you don't live it near the terminal of this district, so probably you're going to come to your district by another kind of bus, and if you want to go to your house, you probably have to take this kind of bus because this bus circulates around the districts of the integrational terminal. We have also the troncal, and it is operated by padrão or articulated vehicles, and it connects interracial terminals to downtown using shared lanes. So this one has the same purpose as the express line, but it uses only shared lanes, and the express only exclusive lanes. It can be an advantage or a disadvantage, because the express line is faster, but the troncal has a lot of different points of departure. So if you don't live near or you aren't near express corridor, you can take this kind of bus to downtown instead of the express line. There's also the circular centro, and it is operated by microbuses. It goes around the main touristic points of the central region, such as squares and public library, and it has a different fare. The conventional is operated by micro or common vehicles, and it connects districts to downtown without integration. So the purpose of this bus is the same as the troncal. It connects districts to downtown, departing from a lot of parts of the city. We also have the inter-hospitals, and it connects the main hospitals and laboratories in a range of 2.5 kilometers from the center of the town, but its departure is from the road rail. That was a bus that I didn't know about it. Very interesting. The tourism line departures from downtown, and it goes through the main parks and touristic points of the town. It also has a different fare, which costs 29 reals, and you can buy it at Urbs or in the bus when it stops. You buy like a piece of paper with 5 tickets. One is used to board, and the other 4 are used to reboard. So you can stop at least 4 times using this bus in the touristic points or in the parks of your choice. There is also the seats. CITO is a special line for students with impairments. It takes the students of the special school network for mentally or physically impaired to their classes without any costs. An interesting bus too. And to finish, we have the Ibri bus. The Ibri bus was a proposal of Curitiba last year in the Rio Plus 20. And it works with two engines, one electric and the other moved by biofuel. In case of Curitiba, the biofuel is from the soybeans. And the bus saves 35% more fuel than the ordinary ones. It reduces up to 90% the greenhouse gas emission. It also has in the front of the bus some sensors that can store the energy of the brakes to recharge the battery of the bus. The bad point of this bus is that it costs 60% more than the common buses. And to finish, here is a map of the cities around Curitiba in blue, the integrated cities that use all those buses that we've already seen. 14 cities, a lot of cities. Right? And that's it. Thank you for watching. And if you guys have any questions, I can try to answer. Oh. Thank you.